Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Chaos Dave, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped! In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to get the first 15 Platinum Relics in the game. So please note that these are not my best times, so I could easily improve on them, but that's going to be for another time in the future. The purpose of this video is to show some tips and tricks in order to get the optimal enough runs in order to be able to get the Platinum Relics. So, with that being said, let's get started. Level 1, Toad Village. The Platinum Relic time is 44 seconds. 44.03 seconds. Excuse me. Yeah, I forgot to mention the point. So, which are the optimal seconds? I guess, as you notice in the bottom right corner, which I forgot to point out, that should be a not a colon, but a period for the milliseconds. So, I mean, because that's what they consider that. Anyway, but this first relic is not really that tough. I mean, it can be easy. I mean, maybe if you're not really too advanced into the Crash games, it may take a couple tries, like most of the other levels that actually seem to be easy. But first off, in order to be able to get the Platinum Relics, you gotta have the Crash Dash. It's the only way for you to get the Platinum Relic for the levels that are on foot when you play as Crash. But you just gotta basically just get good enough timing and hit all the time crates and just basically just get the perfect time, and you'll be able to get through the Platinum Relic fairly easily. So with 43.73 seconds is it's a pretty fair time. Like I said, it's not my best. Could easily improve, but like I said, that's gonna be for another time. And if you guys noticed the 44.53 seconds, because I tried to get the Platinum Relic earlier, but I ended up getting the gold. But these are the runs that I'm going to show to get the Platinum Relics. Okay, next level is Under Pressure. The Platinum Relic time for this is 1 minute and 10.50 seconds. I need to always save the seconds for last. But anyway, this level is pretty tough. The underwater levels can be pretty tough, but I think this one's going to be this one's a bit tougher than the other underwater level, Deep Trouble. But for this level, for the underwater levels, you're going to want to spam the X and square buttons for the power swimming and the spin swimming, and you're going to have to get pretty lucky on the environment timing, because the environment timing is very crucial for this to get the Platinum Relic for this level. Now, when you get on the underwater boogie board, you're gonna want to dash 3 times and to get the time relic, the time crate. I can't talk. And after you destroy all the obstacles, then you can dash into the tube, and this is where things can be pretty crucial. You can't take too long, and you cannot go the long way around this second disc. You gotta take the shorter way, because it's important that you try to cut corners in every single level that you try to go for a Platinum Relic. It's important that you cut corners. That's also another tip for any level in this game. You gotta try to cut your corners. And for this part, you're gonna want to at least spam the torpedo until you know that you destroy the shark in the tunnel. Then whenever you get off the underwater buggy board, spin into the tunnel, spin into the end of the level, and claim the Platinum Relic. Now, 1 minute 5.6 seconds could easily improve. Like I said, it depends on the environment timing. But at least it's good enough to get the Platinum Relic. Like I said, these are the runs that I get the Platinum Relics on that are optimal enough. So if you guys are ever wondering how to get the Platinum Relics a decent way, well, here's your video, and also the next part. All right, next level is Orient Express. The Platinum Relic time for this level is 18.10 seconds. Now this level can take a couple tries, but after you get used to the Pearl levels, it can be not too bad. It's more like a moderate. It's more like a moderate rating, maybe like a 7 out of 10 difficulty rating if you're good with riding Pura. But the thing about this level, you're gonna want to dash all the way and get every single time crate that you can hit. Now for this part, it's you're gonna want to not jump on the little human ramp. So that way you can just go up to the top in order to get all 3 boxes. If you time your jumps and just keep dashing, then you'll eventually get to the end of the level to get the Platinum Relic. Now that one's actually a pretty close time, but I think one of the best times is maybe at least 13 to 15 seconds, which is also developer time, because the developer times are really, really crazy. I know it's some of you are wondering that are like pros getting the platinum relics. To some of the developer times can be easily beaten, but some of them are pretty much like, how the heck did this guy do that? Like before the game was even made. Next level is Boneyard. The platinum relic time for this level is 1 minute and 21 seconds flat. Now another little tip is to get ahead of the clock and shoot it with the bazooka. That way it can save you a couple of seconds. And for levels like the dinosaur chasing levels, you can just let the Triceratops to get the crates for you, so you won't have to lose speed whenever you spin or try to jump on a crate. And especially for another point I forgot to point out, like in Toad Village, for instance, is that whenever you try to go past the clock and shoot it, you gotta try to not get so far ahead of the clock, because if you do, the clock will disappear, and you have to go back to the warp room and hop back into the level. So you gotta try to not get too far ahead. And also another thing, it's helpful to try to get the invincibility, so we can just run through everything, especially since you're able to run through all this grass. You can just take out the grass for you, and not have to worry about doing the death tornado spin to get through them or having to jump over them. But if you can, try to avoid double jumping or the death tornado spin, because those can pretty much slow you down. And again, through this part, just let Sarah get the time crates for you, so that way you don't have to worry about losing speed by spinning. As you can see, that was pretty close. I thought this was one of the easier ones. It can be a bit easy sometimes, but I think this was like my second or third try. So it's not really that difficult, but if you do it just like that, then you'll be just fine. Alright, level number 5, Making Waves. The platinum relic time is 53.23 seconds. Now for this level, it can take a couple tries. The trick is you gotta try to cut your corners. Like I said, cutting corners is important. It's crucial to get it's basically the quicker way to get through the level. And for this level, you're gonna want to at least hit every single time crate, but the part that gets pretty tricky is near the end of the level, and you're gonna try to not get hit by those cannonballs, because Aku Aku can be pretty useful in most cases. Like I said, that's environment timing. Now don't even worry about going through that part where the seagull is, because there's no time crate, and it just kills your time. In fact, there's really not that many tips to really point out in the jet bike levels, the jet ski levels. Not really that many tips. You just gotta just cut your corners, try to get as many time crates as you can. Well, basically, you need to get all of them, and just like I said, mainly just cut the corners. Now for this part right here, it's important that you get all 3 of these time boxes right here. Because if you miss that 3-second box, you're not gonna get the platinum relic. There's no way. You're always going to get past the platinum relic time. Now this one was actually pretty close for me, just ahead by 10 milliseconds. Like I said, the jet ski levels can be pretty tough sometimes. May take a couple tries. You just got to know the layout of the level and find the best route to get through them. Level 6. Gee whiz. The Platinum Relic time for this level is 1 minute and 5.9 seconds. This level is actually kind of like is the same difficulty as Toad Village. It's not really that tough. You just gotta know the layout and basically just have perfect environment timing. Now for this part, I kind of struggle trying to make Crash turn the bazooka around. I mean, it can be pretty mind-boggling to try and get Crash turn the bazooka sometimes. But always make sure you step in front of the bazooka in order to get a couple seconds head start, if you will. Now that I actually missed that Aku Aku crate, because like I said, it's helpful to get invincibility throughout the level. So you can just dash through everything and you actually go maybe just a tad faster. So you don't have to worry about spinning into crates or any other kind of object that can be of use to you. Now if I had invincibility, I wouldn't have to worry about just jump spinning that time crate instead of just risking hitting the TNT. Now for that one, you don't have to worry about getting that 1 second crate, because like I said, this one's not really that tough. I give this level maybe like a 4.5. And of course, it's also helpful to get on the outside of the levels, like I just did right there, so you can avoid any enemy or just anything else. I actually kind of want to second guess have second thoughts about what I just said, because that 1 second crate actually can improve the time, but you don't really need to hit it. You just gotta get lucky. Perhaps I just got lucky, because I just got through it by 0.04 seconds. A ball hair away from getting it. Next level. Hang 'em high. Platinum Relic time for this level is 43.8 seconds. Now for this part, you always want to, of course, to step in front of the clock, and I accidentally slid into the clock instead of using the bazooka, but you can actually still get the platinum like this, because funny enough, I actually do still get it. And since my computer sucks so bad, it decides to skip just skip. So I really apologize for that. It just really makes me have the urge to give me a laptop, so I won't have to worry about any of that shenanery. But hey, there's really not that much to this level, so in fact, I think this one was actually not too bad. It may take a couple tries here and there, but otherwise, I think it's really easy to manage. And like I said, I mean, with over 2 seconds spread from the platinum time, it's actually really easy. It's just mainly just trying to get used to the level and just getting used to what's everything around you. And I do apologize if I'm actually speaking a little low or quiet, but I'm actually doing this at 2:19 as I speak right now. It's 2:19 in the morning, so meaning that my parents are asleep. Okay, next level, Hog Ride. Platinum Relic time is 35.03 seconds. Now for this level, of course, you want to do the wheelie, but that's not the only thing you got to worry about. And like I said in the earlier level, cut the corners, because that way you can navigate the course quicker. And as soon as you touch this first boost pad, you gotta have some really good skill with a motorcycle, because you gotta keep the wheelie throughout the entire level. If you lose the wheelie for just 1 solitary second, the Platinum Relic, you can say bye-bye. You can say bye-bye to getting the Platinum Relic. Because like I said, if you lose the wheelie, you're not gonna get it. It's important that you keep the wheelie throughout the entire level. The only time where you can get out of the wheelie is at the end of the level, where you go up to this ramp up here. whenever you make the jump in order to be able to get across the gap. That's the only time that you have to worry about. That's the only time that you're going to be in the clear. But if you're really good with the motorcycle, it can be no problem. And another little interesting fact, I actually did this video approximately 2 years ago. Well, a little over 2 years ago. It's funny how it's already been 2 years since I last did this. Next level is Tomb Time. Platinum Relic time for this level is 53.9 seconds. Now, let me tell you this. This level is actually one of the more tricky ones. Because the first thing you gotta do is destroy the boxes and, of course, get ahead of the time clock and shoot with the bazooka, and be careful that you don't slide after you shoot it, because sliding can cost you. Another little fancy trick throughout these levels is, of course, you gotta slide through the tar. Sliding through the tar can actually save you some time instead of just walking through it. And of course, you gotta cut your corners. Means go over the little gaps and whenever you make your turns. And I really could have improved by going over the block, but at least this was optimal enough. Of course, you gotta have the invincibility. Now for this part, you could slide double jump death tornado through that. But if you can make it through through that part just by using the normal jump, then that can help you a lot. You can just go around the flamethrower guy, jump over the snake. This part you can just normal jump the first one, and normal jump and a little bit of a death tornado to the second one, and then the relic can be yours. But like I said, this one may take a couple tries. This one is actually pretty tricky. So I'll give it like maybe a 8.5 difficulty rating. 8.5 or a 9. Excuse me, 8 to 8.5, because it's not that bad, but it's tricky. Next level is Midnight Run. The Platinum Relic time for this level is 18.20 seconds. Just an extra 0.10 seconds from the Orient Express time. Now, believe it or not, this one actually was a bit easier for me, because there are a lot of points where you can just stroll through. Whenever you have Aquaku, you can just stroll right through. But actually, this took me a few fewer tries than Orient Express did. You can just use up Aquaku to go through the dragon, or the dude carrying the buckets. I forgot what those guys are called. I mean, I've known a bit of Chinese stuff, but not every single bit. Now, if you were to get that time crate that was hanging from the little kite, you're gonna have to slow down, and you don't even have to get those time boxes. So as you can see, I missed two. I got past the 2-second box limit. I missed two 1-second boxes. I cannot talk when my parents are asleep, so please forgive me. But I still ended up getting the Platinum Relic, so it's okay if you were to miss those 2 boxes. But if you want to get the best time, you're definitely gonna want to get them. But in my personal opinion, like I said at the beginning of it, I think this was actually a bit easier than Orient Express. It may take a couple tries though, but maybe not as many tries as Orient Express. Next up is Dynamite. Gotta have that exclamation point. The Platinum Relic time for this is 1 minute and 3 seconds flat. So I was actually a bit lucky that I didn't go past the clock right there. Now for this, you're gonna definitely want to spin on the Aquaku crate and be able to spin into the 3 second time crate. And I actually kind of screwed up right there, because I I forgot to slow down in order to get out of the lava. But you can still do it like this. May not be the best way because you're going to definitely want to be able to get invincibility. And you're definitely going to want to ride on the Rex. I still can't remember his name. I guess we'll just call him Rex because that's what he is, a little baby Rex. Now if you can time that just right, just to get those 2 1-second crates just like that, then you'll be in even better, safer heaven. Safer haven, excuse me. Safer heaven. It's safe haven. Because you can actually navigate the level faster, so you can just, I mean, since the Rex has a big jump height and length, it can be as fast as the Crash Dash, and you can just go through the grass like it's nothing. And you guys know what's going to happen throughout this part. Just leave the boxes alone and let Sarah get the boxes for you. Now there's I actually read a GameFAQs page saying that in order to be able to beat the developer time, you gotta jump up and get that 3-second box right there, so we can have the time frozen before you get to the end of the level in order to be able to beat the developer time. But in my personal opinion, I think this one shouldn't really be that much of a problem in order to be able to get the platinum relic. It's more maybe like a 6.5 or a 7 out of 10. Next up, Deep Trouble. The platinum time relic is 1 minute 18.33 seconds. Now that was a bit of a fail for my part because for some reason I missed the underwater boogie board, and you're definitely going to want to dash a couple times in order to be able to, of course, get through the level and destroy all the obstacles, and then dash. Of course, cut your corners throughout the little rotating electro discs. Of course, you got to spam that X and square buttons, and it is necessary to get through the whirlpools. If you've got Aku Aku, it's necessary to go through the whirlpools because of course it'll save you time instead of just having to wait for them to go away. But if you don't have Aku Aku, then you're gonna have to wait for them. Now, I kind of got lucky right there because it looked like that shark was still gonna kill me even though I was just a few bear away from touching its tail. pretty funny logic, I might add. I probably could have just went right through the whirlpool since I had Aku Aku, but I just wanted to play it safe and at least be able to ensure that I get through the level in a good way. Now I could just skip it right there, or you can just go through the whirlpool right there. Of course, you gotta want to at least go under the blowfish if you can, and just dash this 30-second time crate, and just spam the torpedoes until you get the bottom nitro crates, and just dash right through the whirlpools. And don't take too long in trying to get through the whirlpools, because if you do, then those whirlpools will destroy the underwater boogie board, and you might end up getting caught in the whirlpool, and you might not make it. But I was actually at 1 second flat, 10 seconds, I might say, 10 seconds flat away from the platinum relic time. So this one's actually fairly easy, much easier than Under Pressure. Next up is High Time. The platinum relic time is 56.93 seconds. Now first off, you're going to want to take out these two guys, fire seed throwing guys, and of course do the old classic shoot the bazooka, shoot the clock, shoot the bazooka at the clock. Maybe I should say it like that, or shoot the clock. Now that was a bit of a mess up right there because I didn't get the Aku Aku mask on the first time I spin, but if you can do it in the first time you spin, of course it can cut your time. It can save you a couple seconds. And of course you're going to want to get that 3-second crate because you're going to have to time your your descending jump when going down the monkey bars. If you can just do a normal jump across the gap, then that will be great. So you can save time. You're gonna try to get up here as fast as you can, so you can just double jump your way up there and get up to the apron. And ensure you do get the invincibility, so we can just go through the rest of the level. And that was a serious lag right there. And since this is the home stretch, you can just take the home stretch with the invincibility to go through the end of the level, pick up the platinum relic. Now once again, it could have been improved if I got the first spin and getting the Aku Aku mask box along with the 2 time boxes at the start of the level. Next up is Road Crash. The Platinum Relic time for this level is 1 minute and 17.10 seconds. In my personal opinion, this level was annoying to get the Platinum Relic on, as I stated during my Let's Play. And of course, the best way to do this, of course, you got to try to cut your corners and minimize your turns as much as you can throughout this trial. Sure, you may make you will make Crash twitch a lot like Michael J. Fox, but it's for the best. Actually, love that quote. Twitching a lot like Michael J. Fox, or dancing around like Michael Flatley. Those are actually really hilarious jokes. Or one-liner jokes, excuse me. Now the first part of this trial may not be as tough as you think, but in a little bit it'll get a bit tougher. If you're not really that good with driving, if you don't have that much skill at driving, then you're probably gonna have a tough time with this one. And actually, I actually did a lot better than I expected, because I thought this would take try after try. But this actually took only maybe 5 or 6 tries. And of course, whenever you get on the wheelie, you're gonna have to try to time your way out of the wheelie so you can make the turn as fast in the fastest way possible. And of course, you're gonna want to make sure you do not hit any of the opposing cars, because if you do hit one, then of course you're not gonna get it. I could have improved on getting through that turn, but hey, at least it was good enough for me. And of course, you're going to want to time your way through this one. If you can try to not go down the holes, then you're in a safe haven. And this one was actually a pretty close call. Look at that, 1 minute 17 seconds flat. Actually, I do remember the last time I did this during my last Let's Play of this game, back when I used to have the Rock Show, I got the 1 minute 17.10 seconds right on the dot. The exact same time that you need to beat for the platinum time relic. And I got that that time, and I had the gold relic received. I was peed off. It was annoying trying to get through that level. But that one is pretty tough, but unless you're not good with the motorcycle, then you're gonna have a tough time. And the last one of this part is gonna be Doubleheader. And the platinum relic time for this level is 59.40 seconds. And first off, you're gonna want to at least shoot the doubleheader dude. I forgot what they're called, but since the level is named Doubleheader, I guess we can call them the Doubleheaders. At least you're gonna want to at least shoot the first one, so you don't have to worry about getting hit whenever you try to shoot the clock. And it's a really good idea to try to go on the outside of the levels. And look at this sexiness. Beautiful. If you can spin both time boxes without blowing up any of the TNTs, then you're considered true MLG elite skills right there. Actually love doing that. If I was able to successfully get the time boxes without breaking any of the TNTs, I thought that was just complete beastliness, complete bestiation. But if you can do that, um, especially you're more of an MLG if you do it without an Aku Aku mask. You're even more MLG if you do it without an Aku Aku mask. I mean, sure, I was invisible. Maybe I wouldn't have blown up, but still, it's more MLG than that whenever you do it without an Aku Aku mask. But if you can just stick to the outside of the level, it can help you a lot in not getting hit by the double hitters that much, or just by anything else, and just go to the end of the level and claim your Platinum Relic. And this one actually really wasn't that tough. As you saw, that was actually done on the first try. And with that, we've got half of the Platinum Relics in our collection. And as you guys are obviously going to think, or definitely going to know, actually, the second video is going to be the remaining half of the 30 Platinum Relics. So we're just halfway there in collecting all 30 Platinum Relics. And then after we get all 30 Platinum Relics, we're going to take on Dr. Neocortex once again for the perfect ending of the game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this and definitely helped you guys out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Talk to you guys later. Take it easy.